Hello, welcome. This is your zodiac reading for the week. Well, for Monday, Tuesday, because I try and do them as dailies, and it's for the beginning of the week for Monday, Tuesday. So I have got the fortune telling deck just to see what's ahead. Okay, so let's see what's going to be ahead for the week. Well, it's for Monday, Tuesday, but you know, it sort of starts to give you the vibes, doesn't it, for the week ahead. And then I've got the angelic love messages for our relationship messages, because I do like this deck. I've gone for a bit of a blue theme. I've got the Star Child deck by Rebecca Campbell for our spirit guide messages, which is a lovely deck. Very high vibrational energy there with that deck. And I'm using the Blunt Truth deck for what is your person thinking. Let's see what they are thinking. And I've also got my deck, the Deeper Consciousness Oracle deck, for the wise advice from Guru. Okay, so we'll see what the advice is. So let's see what we get. If you know your astrology chart, you know, you might resonate with a few of the star signs, because obviously you might have quite a few of the zodiac signs in your chart. And you can have a little look. So, oh, I haven't got my tea. Hang on a minute. I am sorry. I've just got to... Oh dear, sorry about that. Oh, you probably saw Gilbert just jump up. He was laying on my dressing gown. Bless him. I'm drinking rose petal tea today. I often, in the mornings when I first get up, I either have chamomile tea, or I have rose petal tea. That's what I like in the morning. So, anyway. I've got frankincense oil today. That's what I picked out today. I thought, oh, something nice. You know, look, it's very spiritual, isn't it? It's frankincense. So just, we'll just centre ourselves in spirit. Okay, centre ourselves in our source, our I am presence. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for giving the video a thumbs up. And we'll do some readings here. Okay, so let's go into Taurus. We'll get a relationship message for Taurus for Monday, Tuesday. Ooh. Infinity, your love is timeless. So there could be somebody here that you've had a connection with in a past life, I feel. And there is sort of like an eternal love. Okay. Your future card. Ooh. Imprisonment. Wow. So somebody connected to you is very stuck. That's what I feel. They're very stuck. I don't know if you're close to this person at the moment. It's sad. Oh, that's what I'm picking up on. It is sad what's going on with them. Okay, we'll go into you a bit deeper here. Wow. The beginning of the week is very good news for you. Okay, good news coming in. You might be attracted to somebody, okay? But if not, it's just literally you are starting to feel excited about life again. You're beginning a new adventure. And it's destiny, okay? Wheel of Fortune, that is destiny. So this is all destiny, what's happening to you at the moment, Taurus. And it's a very exciting time. and you could receive some good news. Your person, ooh, Ace of Cups. You have such good energy that you are actually connecting to somebody who is very content, because the Ace of Cups is the heart chakra of the tarot. So this is somebody who has deep contentment within themselves, and they're very drawn to you, okay? Your person going through an awakening. Wow. There's all sorts going on here. Lots of lovely things going on. Let's see what the wise advice is for Taurus from Guru. Lovely. Okay. Stay still. Stillness is consciousness. Okay. When we stay still, that is a deeply spiritual thing to do, because it's the ego that wants to have us going off in different directions. The consciousness, your source, when you are still, you open up to that deeper dimension. So the advice for Taurus at the moment is just stay still. You might be very excited. You might be feeling, you know, a bit restless, like your ego's kind of giving you different ideas. But the advice is stay still, because this is all predestined. Everything is predestined here that's coming towards you. And it's very good energy that's coming towards you. We just have a quick look at your, what's your spirit guides helping you with? Seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. You're going through an amazing predestined part of your journey, okay? And basically, you're being upgraded, you're taking on more light levels. What this means is really you are moving to a deeper level of consciousness. You know, you're not so much on the surface, you're going deeper into your source. This is going to make you much more powerful, okay? So they want you to stay still while this process is happening, right? And you're going to get a lot of clarity over things. You may even receive information from spirit on what your next steps need to be. And you will feel very aligned to what you're being told to do. Okay, so this is a very pivotal time for Taurus. So that is the message. I can't do the messages too long today because I've got to do a reading for somebody. I've just got to pull my hair. I've got a little. I had some. It's like it's not falling out, but I had some hormonal, it's all growing back because I've got really thick dark hair. But I won't go into it. I had a hormonal thing at the beginning of the year. Oh dear. And it wasn't my fault, it was the medication I was on. And I just had a bit of my hair fall out, and you can see I've got masses of hair. Oh dear. I don't know why I'm telling you that really. I feel a bit embarrassed now. Right, let's go into Virgo before I reveal anything else. Okay, Virgo. Oh dear, I do make myself laugh. Right, sincere. Someone is sincere to you. Oh, someone close is sincere. Okay, so somebody actually does really, really care about you, and it's not going away. It's not going away. So, your future card. Occupation. They're getting you to focus very much on your purpose right now. And it doesn't matter if you're in a regular job or not, because in this soul family, we're all, we've all got different life purposes, okay? But your person could be focusing on their purpose, and you could also be focusing on your purpose at this time. But there's still this sincere energy between you both. It hasn't gone away, okay? The cord has not been cut, shall we say. Ooh. Oh, Virgo, my God. Right, okay. There could be a reconciliation this week happening, or very much it's on the cards. It's close to happening. You could be meeting a soulmate. So I just really feel like that is just a bit too high. You could be meeting a soulmate, okay? And you're vibrationally aligning to love. There's no doubt about it. I feel you've been doing a lot of work on yourself with these cards. It suggests to me that you are healing yourself, nurturing yourself at this time, and you're not messing about, you're not playing games with yourself or anyone else. And that is the truth. You're coming into the heart, the truth. You know, when you go into your head, that's the ego, it's the false self, and it will literally change every day. But in the heart, that is your center. That is where the true self can be found, you know, and that is where you are, Virgo. Somebody connected to you basically has gone through a lot of abandonment and rejection issues, and they, you know, they're moving into a more honest energy here, King of Wands. They've gone through a very risky time. They're maturing, believe it or not. That's what's coming through in these cards. Oh, yeah. They're thinking about you. Will you wait for me? Okay, let's see what the wise advice is from Guru. Okay, yeah. I totally, this is totally on point. Exploring the matrix delays consciousness. You know, why is that? Because, you know, we can go out there. What is it? It's all samsara. It's all physical reality, which is illusion. It's trying to distract us, you know. Our truth is in our heart. That's consciousness. That's a deeper level of consciousness when we connect to that. When we stay still and we just connect with the deeper consciousness, you know, the source, you know, your source, your I am presence. That's where Virgo is. That's where you are. And it's a very sincere energy. You're tapping into truth. And there is no higher vibrational energy than truth. So, you know, you know this, and you're working with the divine. You're not getting distracted or pulled off your path by different offers of different people or what have you. Okay, your spirit guides are helping you with the big picture thinking. Yeah, visionary, inspired ideas. This is it. You can see the bigger picture, Virgo. You know there's no point in chasing down dead ends. You know, you're real. Your energy is very, very real. And you're not messing about, you know. And somebody has to step up, you know, for you. Out of a dark place that they've been in, they have to step up. You know, and maybe that's somebody new who's doing that, or maybe it's somebody that already knows you, because it could be a reconciliation. I don't know. But there we go. That's the message. Very, very good. Okay, so we'll go into Capricorn. I'm just whizzing through them a little bit quicker today because I've got this reading that I'm doing for somebody in about 40 minutes. And I know I'm a bit slow, and I sort of, my messages, because I could just keep going, but okay. So sorry about that. Okay, let's see. Capricorn, this is admitting. It's okay to admit errors and put things right. I do see you putting things right. I do see Capricorn getting things back on track, back on vibrational alignment. Maybe it's admitting things to yourself. Maybe it's admitting to yourself where you've been dropping vibration, and now you're coming back into your centre. And that's fine. We all do it. Because it's not easy living with an ego. It's not easy living with all our accumulated karmas that we're here to burn off. It's bloody hard work, you know. And we sort of have moments where we're very centred. We're very centred in our source, you know, and it's just like boom, 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 you know, we're aligned. And then we have days where we can just feel, you know, the karma coming up, the pain body. It's like, and we get drawn into things that are just not. But, you know, I think you're really seeing clarity now, and you know what's for you, what's not for you. You're being real with yourself. Maybe somebody is going to be apologising to you. Maybe you are going to be giving an olive branch out to somebody. Or maybe it's all to do with yourself. I mean, it's always going to start off with yourself. The energy, you know, like if you've got people in your life that are mixed up, giving you mixed messages, you know, it's just a sign that, you know, your energy hasn't fully centered. Don't trust me, I've been there for the last 4 years. I know. I know what it's all about. Trying to align your energy, like, you know, deeply. And that's what this deck is about, you know, the deeper consciousness deck. It's about helping you to root down. It's quite a serious deck, but it's because it is serious work to find your center and stay there. But then you will start to get people in your life that are more centered, you know. And I feel this is the journey you're on. I mean, look at this. Look at that energy. An official person. I mean, that's an energy of authority, isn't it? That's an energy of somebody who's, you know, they're centered. They're not going anywhere. You know they mean business. So Capricorn, you mean business at the moment. You're clearing things up. You're getting your alignment back on track. You may have realised certain areas you went a bit off path, but you're getting it all realigned. All of it realigned. Okay, so this is a Death to Rebirth and a Page of Cups. Lovely. So this week, you're going to be feeling much more excited again, much more inspired, creative, loving yourself, doing the things you love, much more in touch with yourself. Very excited. For some of you, it could be something to do with a child or children. Your inner child coming alive again. You know, it's like, boom, I remember who I am. It's great. You know, you could be very excited about things you're exploring. Some of you could be exploring your sexuality. The Hermit. So the person connected to you is very contemplative at the moment. They come up as a single energy, okay? And they aren't really making decisions in their life, but they are reflecting a lot and learning a lot. Okay, I want to commit to you. I mean, there's somebody here that has loyalty to you. I get that very strong, not just through that card. I do get that strong, that there is somebody with a real loyalty energy to you. Okay, the wise advice from the guru. Okay, wise advice from guru for you. Don't let the matrix crack you. You know, that's what it's designed to do. Remember, it's samsara. This is what we have to awaken to. You know, it's really hard, but it's trying to tempt you all the time. It's trying to trigger you all the time to keep you stuck in a low vibration. And that's what we're here to see through it and transcend it, you know. And that's the wise advice from Guru for Capricorn. You know, I don't think you are letting the matrix crack you. I think you're starting to break through that trap big time. You're rising, you're rebirthing. Perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out to common ground. Brilliant. So yeah, you are getting much more perspective on things, and you will be making quite a lot of changes. I think, this week. So yeah, great news. It's all happening for you, basically. It is all happening. Right, let's go into Aquarius. Ahead, focus on what is in front, okay? They don't want you to keep thinking about anything that's happened previously, because it's old energy, you know. A wise man does not touch the past. No, you have to cut it off at the root. You can only access your source and all the abundance within source in this present moment. Concern, okay, so somebody's concerned. Okay, somebody's going to be a bit concerned this week. Let's have a look. Let's go deeper into your energy first. Okay, You may have felt a bit oppressed, or like, you know, just, I don't know, things taking its toll on you a little bit. And they're just saying that it's really time to drop something, you know, whether it's to do with the past, whether it's that you've been concerned about something, or someone's, I don't know, concerned about you. I think you've been concerned about someone, and you've just got to drop it, because it will help you move forward more easily. And I know it's hard, and if you do find that hard, just book in for a session with me, okay? Because I do understand. But the thing is, you've got High Priestess. I feel this week you will literally go deeper into yourself, and you'll start discovering your power. You'll start channeling your power, and you will just be totally more powerful. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I just see your power increasing with the High Priestess, because it means that you are committing to spirit. And if we commit to spirit, everything in your life will become aligned. Everything. So you are going to choose to drop something up. You may have already made that decision and say, Kerry, I've already done it. And then that's confirmation that you've done the right thing. You've got somebody connected to you that is very careful and cautious. They could be quite blocked at the moment. They could feel quite blocked. They've got the card here, I want to commit to you, okay? But they're very blocked. So there's mixed messages there. And I think that's why you've got to drop it, because until that person opens up, how can they commit to you? Or if it's more to do with a family member or somebody else, you know, yes, they want you, they want contact with you, but they're very closed. They've got healing to do, and you can't keep being concerned about fixing them. That's because they're mixed up at the minute, you know. And Spirit looks after all of us, right? Okay, so your message from Guru. Okay, don't chase all contact. Right, very wise advice. I have to be reminded of that several times a week. You know, don't chase all contact. Very important, because it's not conscious. The true conscious path is to allow, you attract. You know, you don't chase, you attract. And then you know what's coming into your life is meant for you, don't you? Earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. Yeah, so it's a lovely energy for the beginning of the week. Slowing down, time in nature. High Priestess is a slower energy. You know, dropping something so that you can just then very gently move along. And sometimes we don't know where we're going. Don't panic. Don't panic. It's all gonna make sense, okay? It's a good reading, really, because you're coming into your power this week, and you will feel a hell of a lot better for that. Yeah, so I wouldn't waste too much time on that person that's giving mixed messages, or it's not necessarily wasting time, but you've just got to give it to Spirit. Okay, so Gemini, separation. Separation is not the end, okay? There's some kind of separation for you, and it doesn't have to be a lover, okay? This could be a family member, this could be a friend. And it happens, and it's one of the most painful things, and that can be a complete underestimation, the way I'm describing it. I don't like to sort of put things into words when it comes to things like loss and grief and separation, but basically it's the... it purges, I would say, the deepest wound that's within the ego, okay? And I know it feels like you, but really it's just an old karma that gets ruptured, because we're in separation from our source as being in a physical body. We're not really in separation from our source, are we? And that's what separation and loss of attachment helps us to finally understand. You know, that we perceive separation and it feels painful to the ego, but actually there is no separation. So it's like the deepest, most painful lesson. And I understand it, because I've gone through it in my life too. So that, you know, what they're saying is it's not the end. It's not the end. Okay, now that you've got the poverty card, now for me this card always shows up as a past life connection. So that person who you're separated from, you're not really separated, it's just perceived, because obviously there is no separation. You knew that person in past life. You did, okay? And you were probably both quite poor in that life. It's just information. Right now, but this week, you're going to be moving forward more easily than you think. There may be certain challenges or things that arise, but you're actually going to overcome them. It might not be necessarily struggles or challenges, but there may be a certain issue that needs to be addressed, and you're going to address it, and you're going to do fine, and you're going to do much better than you may perceive or worry. You're going to do fine. Things will move more smoothly than you imagine. Okay. Your person is kind of trapped here. It is a mental illusion. They're not really trapped. You know, none of us are. How can we be trapped if we're pure energy? There is no such thing as being trapped or stuck. Okay, but they may, to the physical eye, they may, you know, to the human, they may seem to be a bit stuck. They are affected by cosmic forces and collective energies. So this person deeply feels energy. They may not have, at the moment, the understanding of how to free themselves or how to move forward. But they do feel energy, okay? That is confirmation that this person does feel energy. Let's see what wise advice you get from Guru. You are breaking karmic patterns. Okay, so that's confirmation that by going through whatever attachment issue you've had, it's helping you to break karmic patterns, which is massive. You know, that's really what we're here to do. Okay. Okay, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. So you will be getting a lot of clarity over this situation, and you will be transmuting your pain into consciousness. You're being upgraded, you know, through something that is difficult. You're being upgraded, and you're going to find it easier this week. You're going to notice that you do feel more clarity. It's good. Very good for Gemini there. Hang in there, because I know that it's not easy, that. Okay, so a bit of rose petal tea. Let's do Libra. Okay, teamwork. Be united for a good relationship. Okay, so that's what you need, basically. That is what you need. Your future card. Thief. Okay, so somebody showing up as a thief. Okay, let's go a bit deeper. Okay, you may have chosen to separate off from somebody at the moment. Okay. Very independent. You're coming back into your power. Money looks better for you. Your energy looks better, and you're keeping yourself safe. Well done. Your person's upset though. They've got some kind of depression, and it's a bit of a slippery slope for them. They don't understand that actually they're over the worst of things, and things should be much better for them going forward. They'll never have to go through the pain that they've already been through, but they're kind of just staying a bit stuck there. Yeah, they feel like they have to take things very slowly. Let's see what your wise advice from Guru is. Okay, what do you really want? Find it in yourself first. Okay, this card came out for me yesterday, and I put it on the Facebook page yesterday. So you do. Whatever you want, you have to find it in yourself first. And I think that's what you've realised, that you didn't have teamwork, and now it's time. You kind of pretty much there. You kind of pretty much found it in yourself already, Libra. Lifting the veil, questioning everything, and anything unaligned must go. So that's confirmation that all the decisions of things you've made lately to let go of, like I said, you could have chosen to walk away from someone, but it could be other things as well. And say, no, this isn't aligned for me anymore. It's not for my highest and best, you know. So big changes for you. A very good start to your week. Feeling empowered. And your person quite stuck still, you know, not a great energy there. Okay, let's go into Leo. Okay, return. Ooh, someone from your past may return. Well, someone's coming back. Interesting. You may sense that. Okay, bad health. Somebody who had bad health. Okay. That card's showing up for somebody. Somebody attached to you, struggling with their mental health or physical health. You probably know about that and you're not surprised. Okay, there could also be something that isn't good for your health. I just want to say that as well. Could be, and it's sort of it's like spirit trying to show you, look, that maybe you need to make a change here. I think you are making changes. This is maturity. This is being responsible, and just doing what's right for you. Doing what's right in your heart. Okay, Ace of Cups. Doing what's right in your heart, and you're going to do that. You could make a decision this week to sort of realign something. There's a new beginning for somebody. You could be coming into contact with somebody new for a fresh chapter with something. Somebody could be coming back from your past, contacting you. Maybe you bump into them. Yeah. This person was sort of like, oh, why won't you give me space? I can't grow. Or, you know, they just wanted space. They wanted to do their own thing, kind of pushing you away. That type of energy. Okay. Probably that's the person with the bad mental health or physical health. I don't really see you going back with that person as such. Unless they actually are serious about a fresh start with you with the Fool card. They know you've got a good heart and they know that you're decent, and that's the thing. That's why this person wants to return. Okay, and Spirit is telling you to be your true self, not the false self. Very important. We slip into the false self numerous times a day. Well, depends where we are on our journey, but you know, it happens to me constantly because the human ego just feels like who we are, but we aren't the human ego. We are we're the I am presence, you know, and it's hard. But the wise advice from Guru is to keep remembering what is your highest and best. I think you could definitely be making some changes or really committing to things now that are just, it's like higher vibrational timelines for Leo. Double mission, light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. There's definitely something about you being your true self, Leo. You have to be your true self, and I'd say that's the main message for the beginning of this week. You have to be your true self, and you're going to be shining that out. I think there's a breakthrough here for you this week, and then that's why you could be meeting somebody new, you know, for something that you need to do. Whether it's love, work, life purpose, you know. Okay, Aries. Lessons. Love teaches us many lessons. That's underestimation, isn't it? It really does. They do say that the love relationship touches us in the deepest place that no other relationship will really touch. So you do get the biggest clearing of karma through doing that, and essentially that is what we're here for, clearing our karma. Okay, you got here the card Distant Horizons. Wow. So you're headed somewhere. You've learnt your lesson, right? Seriously, right? You've learnt your lesson, Aries. You've woken up to a lot of things. You've cleared out. You've been purged so that you could clear out old karma. And you're now headed to way more amazing places. Death to rebirth, you see? Rebirth. You do need to let go of something. You need to drop something now. Something you've been doing, and just say, look, no, I'm dropping it. Because it holds you back. you know. Somebody very confused. They've got the Two of Wands, okay? This person is very, very confused. They can't harmonise things within themselves. They get very torn all the time. I am changing to be what you deserve. You know, they are trying, but then they just, I feel, mess it up, honestly. What's the wise advice from Guru here? Let's have a look. Okay, shame is of the ego. So there's no need to feel any shame. That shame can come from the inner child part of the ego, you know, and it's just an illusion. There is no shame because you are the I am presence. You are the source. So this part of the karma clearing that's had to go out from you probably is to do with inner child stuff and shame and things like that, about not being good enough or not being loved enough. But it's all being cleared out and you're disidentifying from it, and disidentification helps you to reach higher levels of consciousness. So there's a hell of a lot. I would say rebirth, upgrades, deeper levels of consciousness here. It could be a bit of a funny time because you may feel like you don't really know exactly where the hell you're going next. But don't worry about that. Let Spirit take care of it. The voids. Oh, interesting. Yeah, you don't know where you're going next. Stop. Embrace the winter, the great cosmic womb. Sorry, the great cosmic womb. So yeah, you probably don't know where you're going next. That's exactly what I was thinking. It's okay because if you can just sit with that uncomfortable feeling of not really knowing, you know, it can feel very peaceful at first because it can be a relief when you let go of things that it's scary to let go of them, but then you feel that nice relief and you feel more peaceful. But then the ego can start piping up again, then you can start getting a bit scared and restless and thinking, what the hell's happening to my life? But again, just sit with it a bit, as long as you can, because then Spirit will start to reveal what your next steps are. Okay, so we're going to go into Sagittarius. Abundance. Be open to and accept the abundance of love. Beautiful. Okay, so great abundance coming towards Sagittarius. And where does abundance come from? Source. Imprisonment. Oh, someone very stuck. Somebody who may have been connected to prison before, possibly, but it may not be. It may just be a symbol. Somebody very stuck there. But you're accessing love. You're not in a state of lack. Yeah, you're not in a state of lack at all. Look at that. King of Pentacles into Nine of Pentacles. You're making better choices. You're standing by your boundaries. You know who you are. You're channeling the abundance of source consciousness through you, you know. And if you don't know how to do that or you're confused about it, you can always book in for a session with me. But it looks like you're going to be doing it anyway, so you probably wouldn't need to book in for a session with me. Oh dear. Right, King of Cups. You've got spirit guides very close to you, protecting you, or a loved one in spirit this week. Very close, watching over you. There's also somebody here who really cares about you. Okay, they do care. Have you moved on? I'm worried. This person gets very insecure. They get very, very insecure. I feel almost like a child. Okay, I shouldn't laugh, really. Let's see what the advice from Guru is. Wise advice from Guru for Sag. Thoughts block consciousness. Very true. When you connect we know, like in meditation, when you connect to your I am presence, there's no thoughts. You know? So be observant of the thoughts that are happening and just observe and be like, oh, I know my ego's doing that again, because it just drops the vibrational level the more thoughts you're having. So you just want to be shutting off the doors to thoughts at the moment. That's what Guru is saying. Shut the doors off to unhelpful thoughts, because it will block your consciousness and you're being tested. So shut those doors. That's how I describe it. That's what I do. It does take perseverance sometimes. But, you know, if you persevere with it for as long as it takes, the ego gives up because it soon realises you're not going to abide it. You're just not. There's certain thoughts I just won't abide because I know it will just drop my level of consciousness, you know, so I just won't do it. And that's what Sag is doing. You mean business. You mean business. And I tell you, this week is going to be a game changer for you. Seas of Mintaka, whatever that is. Seeing potential, bringing the unconsciousness to light. And that's your job. That's what Sagittarius does. You know, you do reveal the unconsciousness in society, you know, in the matrix. But let's bring it back to you. Let's, you know, let's just see how much lighter you're becoming, you know, because you can observe where you sort of drop into other people's stuff or your own old karmic patterns, and you're letting them go. You're letting them go massively, and I'm telling you, as you do that more and more, your money levels are going up and up and up. And I know it's not all about money, but your health as well. Up and up and up, right? It's great. Okay, that's Sagittarius. Let's go into Scorpio. So Scorpio for Monday, Tuesday. Okay, expectations. Have realistic expectations. Oh dear. Well, that's fine. That's fine. I feel like you're honing down now. I think you're honing down on your truth and what it is you really want. So it's like you're going to get what you really want. You know? Oh, this card keeps coming out. Why? Imprisonment. Why is that card keep coming out? Please. Right, you've also got mature woman. Look, someone is stuck, right? There is somebody connected to you who's very stuck. But you've also got this mature woman. I feel this is a wise person. It could really be a mirror. And it's how you've become more in tune with yourself. It's how you know, and you don't have to be a woman, obviously, but it's how you've become more mature in yourself, more in tune on a deeper level. And this person is sort of like an embodiment, and that's why you're attracted to this mature woman, because it's an embodiment of how far you've come and what you want, you know, what you're working towards. You know, I feel Scorpio massively getting on track. Someone's guiding you. It could even be someone in spirit. They've got a mature energy. They've got a sort of feminine energy in the sense of they're very in tune with spirit. And it's a good influence on you, this person, as opposed to the person that's very stuck. I think the stuck person was an embodiment of you when you were stuck, you know. That is being released out. Now you've got a much better vibration around you. Yeah, look at you. You separated off from the energies that no longer resonate because you've grown, you've evolved. And now you're in the heart centre with the Ace of Cups. You know, you're in the heart centre. That's the true self. You're coming home, Scorpio. You're coming home. You're finding your home. Ten of Pentacles. Brilliant. Yeah, soul family. You have got long-term soul family connections, resonating and connecting with the right people. Okay? What's your person thinking? I'm going to tell you how I truly feel. Okay? You are coming into contact with energies that are much more mature, much more open, much more in tune. This is where Scorpio in this soul family is going. You're already kind of there. This is a whole new realm. Empty mind equals source. So don't stress out about anything that maybe was stressing you out or normally would. Because when you've got that empty mind, you are source. That's basically the bottom line. It's amazing. Empty mind, you are source. It's that simple. you know, and that's why you're manifesting love, home, just everything. But I do think you're honing it down to the most important things right now, and that makes your manifestations much more powerful. Breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. So you're working in co-creation with source from your heart center to manifest what is in your next steps, what is right for you right now. And it's a much more mature spiritual energy that I'm getting here from Scorpio for this soul family. Okay, right, let's go into Pisces. Mistakes. We all make mistakes. Oh dear, we do. We do. I mean, that's part of having a human ego, isn't it? Easily done. Expectations. Okay. Expectations do come from the ego. And it can just pull us off our path. Somebody might have had an expectation of you and they could be really quite dismayed that it's not really worked out how they thought. You're committing massively to yourself. You're committing to spirit. I don't think anyone's going to pull you off your path now. They could try, but I don't think they get very far. You've got King of Wands. You know, you've been through your risky, crazy phase and you come out the other side of it more mature, more wise, more responsible. You know, and that just means you're headed for success because you're in a much better alignment. You're not here, there and everywhere. You've got courage as well. You've had massive courage to do what you've done. Massive. Somebody's watching you. I think they are. I think somebody's watching you. Somebody's thinking about you. They had expectations. They've made mistakes. They're saying that they're changing to be what you deserve, but I think you really have to be careful of that. Your wise advice from Guru. Okay, you are sent these experiences to remove ego. So there were certain mistakes, there were certain roads that you weren't supposed to go down, but it's helped you to remove ego. And the more ego we remove, the closer we come to spirit. The closer we come to spirit, everything's going to start flowing. You know, and this is what you're doing now. So you're well on track this week. You are well on track for success, for good news, for feeling motivated, focused, clarity. Somebody's struggling over here thinking about you. They've lost out big time because you are a catch. You know, you are a very good catch for whatever. You know, trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Boom. You know, that's right. Everything's divinely planned. You have been sent those experiences to help you remove ego. That's the higher plan to why we're all here. So that we remove as much ego, so that when we go into the next incarnation, you know, we're going into a better life, blah, 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 you know, and that's it. So that's the deeper reason we're here, and you're slaying it. You're slaying it on a spiritual, energetic level. But, you know, not only that, you know, money can improve for you now massively, business opportunities or whatever your life purpose is. Yeah, you're becoming more of a master, I have to say, at what you do. Okay, so let's go into Cancer. Ooh. Card just flipping over. Right, you have got transformation. Okay, it flipped over, so I'm just saying that. Enter into the light and out of the darkness. Okay, so that's confirmation, Cancer, that you've been through the darkness and you're going to come out into the light now. Yay. Your future card, adjudication. Somebody's getting judged, okay? Somebody will be receiving a karmic judgment for where they're at. There must be somebody here that's connected to you who's in resistance, okay? You were in resistance and you took the courage to say, no, I'm not doing this anymore. And that's why you're transforming. but somebody must be being judged right now. I mean, you could be judging a situation as well and just wondering, what do I do about this? Oh my God, holy cow, look at that. Sorry, Spirit, I shouldn't swear. I know I shouldn't swear around Spirit. But it could be painful. It could be painful. There could be a separation here. I'm going to be honest with you. There could be a separation, but it's not necessarily permanent. It could be a period of time that this has to go on, right? Because something's painful here, or something's being removed. If you're not separating from somebody, something is being removed because it's not serving your highest and best. And this is a new chapter for you now. Your person is ignoring other people. They're not really probably happy with what you're doing. This person does have loyalty to you, but they're very slow. They have a very slow energy, but they do have loyalty to you, and they're not really interested in anyone else. But you may need to take some time out here. You may decide that, just to regroup and get your energy in the right place. And I feel like that's why it could be a temporary thing, because it's just helping you to purge out old karmas and do a bit more work on yourself in the meantime. Okay, the wise message from Guru is don't touch the matrix. If you can pull into yourself like the High Priestess, that means you're pulling into spirit. You will be supported by spirit, trust me. And you will feel all your energies realigning. I feel this is what Cancer's doing. I feel like you're realising a lot of things, and you've got a lot more wisdom now, and you're going through such a major transformation. You'll be quite relieved to just take some time out. Forge, don't follow. Pave a new path and be the leader that you wish you had. I do think, Cancer, you're breaking new ground this week, and you're taking the reins. This is very good news for you, by the way. It's not going to feel horrible. It's going to feel like very good news, because the Judgment card represents a new chapter in your life that's very empowering, and you've worked really bloody hard to get there. So it's actually a really, really good time for you. Your person, I don't see your person going anywhere. I just want to say that. They're receiving their own karmic judgment. So just let that go on, because they will do. Because don't forget, if we hold resistance energy, that's ego, and spirit will break that down. Because ego, that's why we're all here, to break down ego. Let spirit do it. It's not your job. It's not your job to break someone's ego down and fix them or convince them, you know, and get them unstuck. No, it's not your job. Let spirit do it. You've got your own stuff that you're healing. This is very positive, and you're transforming yourself into the source of that you already are. And then, you know, my goodness, it's going to be even better for you. So that's the message for Cancer. Sending you lots of love, and if you'd like to book in for a reading, just contact me, and thanks for subscribing. One love.